obviously made more plays, critical offensive rebounds there down the stretch. So give them credit for winning the game. We'll figure out a way to, with a quick turnaround, to get better.
Chris, you seemed a little disappointed, or I'm not sure what the word might be, at interviews yesterday. Maybe not quite like your normal self. Maybe reading into it too much. Did you see anything in preparation going into this game that led you to believe that you guys might have a night like tonight?
Not really. No, I don't. I think I might have been, thinking about what we were going to do with Kyle's adjustment. Kyle being out, that was it.
So how do you feel you handled his absence?
Well, given the fact that Five had 5 offensive rebounds and we had trouble matching up with him, I thought I'm sure he would have helped. But listen, we've got good enough players to limit that, and we got to coach them to be better and play better.
Kind of going off that, depth-wise, you guys only played 7 players with significant minutes tonight. In what areas did that lack of depth hurt you the most?
I'd go back and look at it, not sure right now.
Chris, how had you felt coming into this game about your team's ability to manufacture things without having to rely so heavily on Caleb?
Okay, spotty at times. Concerned about our turnovers, our poor passing, which was again an issue. But confident we got guys who can step up with and not be so reliant on Caleb. But he generated a lot of offense tonight.
The 3 he took right towards the end, he said you guys were just looking for the best look, and that's what they thought it was on the court. What did you kind of read from that possession? I think it was pretty short.
Yeah, that was just an action we ran to try to get him a 3 in that situation. We run it before, but I have to look at it. I think it was a little bit rushed, but no problem with it.
And obviously, you guys started each half well offensively, going on 7 and 10-0 runs, I think. What were you doing well there that then either Wisconsin stopped or weren't able to sustain the rest of the halves?
I'd have to look at it. Not sure right now.
You're at it feels like you're at a strange point in the season where you've beaten some really good teams and you're heading into the meat of the Big Ten, a really tough week. And do you know who your go-to lineup is?
I think we're trying to figure that out. Yeah, I'm not sure we do know that.
Do you think do you feel like you've been able to establish like who's supposed to have the ball in a crunch time possession, where it's supposed to go?
We should know that.
But do you feel like your guys
Got a couple
do know?
guys that got to figure it out.
Is that it's unique? I mean, you've beaten some really good teams to beat 50
Yeah, I haven't been
country.
in a whole lot of close games though.
Yeah.
I think late. I think that's been the one difference is we have not had a whole lot of 1-2 possession games late in games where that question has had to be answered.
I'm sure you've been through this with young teams before. How do you get them to take it from the practice court to the?
A lot of film, and if guys are going to fight it, don't blame them in the last 4 minutes.
Chris, obviously you're extremely distressed. I mean, how frustrating is it to kind of, to Pat's point, the way you started the game, the way you ended, the game, as well as the first half, you start hot and down the stretch, your guys, seem to kind of fall off a little bit. When something like this happens in a game like this, it's now kind of happened 2 games in a row. I mean, how frustrated are you feeling right now in these back-to-back games?
Well, 2 good teams, league play. It's incumbent upon us as coaches and players to figure it out and get better with it. So, obviously, no one likes this feeling.
What did you learn from last year about sort of not letting this lead to what happened last January and just loss upon loss? This is 2 in a row, and you've been through this before, and I imagine you probably learned something from last year.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't really right now look at it in that sense. We played 2 good teams. We have to play better down the stretch, and that's all we're looking at.
Dwayne shot 19 shots. Did you like the looks that he was getting? Did you like what he was doing out there?
I have to look at it. I thought there were probably 5 that I did not like. A couple of his 19 shots were late, but there's probably 5 that I did not like.
Caleb didn't take his first 3 till about midway through the second half. why was he able to be as effective as he was in the paint, at least to that point?
Single coverage, and, you know, when we thought we could attack him and potentially get him in foul trouble. But they were loading the box well. Our guys made some good reads when they did load the box, but I think the single coverage, we wanted to attack him.
Was that something you felt going into the games that summer, you thought you could press them?
Yeah, we felt like, you know, we felt like he was gonna be guarded single coverage most of the time. They do a good job fronting the post and creating better, difficult angles to beat the post and playing on the high side. You know, we were able to get him, you know, a few times. But listen, today's college game right now, they can do everything but tackle you across the lane and it not get called. So we gotta figure out a way to play better in those situations when they're chucking and grabbing and holding.
What do you see from DJ? 2 tough games for him in a row.
He's gotta take it kind of one game at a time. He'll respond the right way. I'm confident he will. You know, freshmen go through some of these struggles. We gotta help them through it.
This is an opportunity for EJ tonight. Did you feel like he was not comfortable with his role, or just one of those nights?
Just, I thought he needs to play more physical.
I was just looking at some of the stats, and teams aren't like forcing a lot of turnovers, but then you guys are still kind of racking them up a little bit. What's the conversation for a lot of these unforced errors, these unforced turnovers that happen?
Guys have to play their strengths more than what they're doing.
Is it possible you could have Kyle back for Tuesday?
Not sure right now. It's game to game, but I'm not sure.
Chris, on the stuff we were talking about earlier about learning what it takes to win when you're in these tight one or two possession games late, and what you just said to Adam about what teams can do to guys like Caleb, is it harder to live in those kind of games when the guy you'd like to give it to the most is a guy who's down there with a lot that they can do all this?
Absolutely. Yeah, without question.
So
And the way the game is played today and called today, absolutely. It's why the NBA's completely went away from it. But we gotta still, he's our best player. We gotta find a way to get him the ball in those situations later. But is it harder in today's game? Absolutely. You know, absolutely. We just need other guys to respond. I thought some guys made some decent reads. We just didn't finish plays.